Hello Waynesville staff, and welcome to our September newsletter. I hope you've all had a great start to the year. We're already in fall, so just sit back and listen to some news from our district. During our convocation, I mentioned that we were starting another leg of our journey towards excellence in student performance. I also mentioned that like any other journey, there would be detours. What defines a great organization such as ours from others is the ability to approach detours with a positive attitude and a solutions-based approach while maintaining a focus on student learning. I appreciate your resilience and encourage your continued focus on collaboratively creating solutions with the best interest of students in mind. I recently returned from our first visit to Washington, D.C. this school year to advocate for the Federal Impact Aid Program. As a reminder, 35% of our revenues come through federal funding streams, the predominant stream being Impact Aid. With sequestration, debt ceilings, and continuing resolutions, there are constant threats to Impact Aid, and we must remain vigilant to protect these funds. Not only do we receive basic impact aid, we are one of approximately 25 school districts in the country that receive B2 heavily impacted aid, which generates an additional $8.5 million a year for our school district. However, there are criteria to qualify for this money, which include the percentage of military impacted children enrolled, the amount of money you spend per student, and the local taxes your community places into its schools. In the near future, the board will consider a recommendation to place a small tax levy increase on the ballot in April. This small levy increase would protect our district from losing $8.5 million a year, which will allow us to continue our current budgetary practice of placing other revenues into our operating funds, which includes salaries, benefits, supplies, and using B2 heavily impacted funding to continue addressing facilities and other capital needs in our district. For every dollar our community contributes through a small levy increase, we will receive an additional $14.18 back from the federal government. We will not be successful in this endeavor without the support of our staff, so please ask questions and seek additional information through my office. Our transition to eSchool continues, and I appreciate your patience in this process. As I mentioned last month, issues always arise in these transitions, and the tools available in this system will continue to improve and support our work in the future. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask, as fixes and solutions to various issues are coming through the company on a daily basis. One area that consistently arises as needing additional focus from our district climate survey is staff involvement in decision making. So I would like to review the avenues for staff involvement in decision making and encourage you to let us know if these processes are not being utilized in your particular area. Obviously, in an organization as large as ours, not every individual has input on every decision made, and there are times when a particular opinion may not be accepted by a decision-making body. However, we do want to provide avenues for input on decisions or issues most directly impacting the individual based on his or her role in the district. Much of the involvement for staff in various instructional decisions should be generated at the content team level. Comments or ideas generated during collaboration or in the grade or content level meeting may be communicated to the building steering or leadership team through your content or grade level facilitator. When the issue is discussed at the steering or leadership team level, the results of that discussion should be communicated back to the content or grade level team by the facilitator, and additional reinforcement of the results will likely be distributed through faculty meetings and building newsletters. If the issue addressed at the building has wider implications, those topics can be referred to the district leadership team for discussion, and a summary or results of this dialogue should be brought back to the building and communicated to the staff by the administrators taking part in the district leadership team. In addition, you may receive reinforcement of some of those messages through newsletters such as the one you're currently watching. Other issues involving personnel matters or those falling outside of the instructional or daily operational realm are guided by policy and typically involve the steps of discussing your position on a decision with the building administrator and then the district administrator responsible for a particular area and then the superintendent. We are always interested in listening to constructive input on decisions at various levels of our school district and encourage individuals to provide this input through the various processes we have in our district. If receiving information or providing input continues to be an issue, please let us know so we are able to address the areas where communication has broken down. Finally, I want to say thank you for your hard work in making our district an outstanding place for students. I've received very positive feedback from the representative of the Lexington Institute researching the effective practices we use with military students. In addition, our district continues to be recognized at the national level by the National Math and Science Initiative for gains in advanced placement scores. The work you are doing is making a difference for the kids we serve. It's a great day to be a Tiger.